Greetings, fellow game changers. It's Rich, aka the Game Changer, coming at you. And this is something else. We might as well continue to do the dump on Nintendo videos. I'd say not my point, whatever else here. This is just mainly this here. I figured I'd pick an article out here. I was just looking for something to discuss the background here. You can look at the idea of companies that are cult brands in the industry. Apple's one of them, etc. I just want to discuss a bit, and again, I don't have another script, I'm flying without a net, about the basic concept of the video game industry. And really, at this time and age, you can't afford to be a cult brand, cult company. The company as a brand, like Nintendo has been and has it depended upon. What it was is it's good when you have a cult brand. You can, if you can pull it off, like Apple, you get a certain following. You do things certain way. And with that comes certain advantages. You get a following, you get to make your own rules governing the price for things and everything else, and you don't play by rules. You have your own culture, cult from culture. The situation you have here with the video game industry, the way it is now with the situation, and it's been a criticism for Nintendo not getting third party. Uh, you have like Microsoft and Sony not getting enough first party, etc. Microsoft particularly going that way. I have one issue here. But there'll be individuals that will argue. I've seen one video where the person says, well, how come nobody gets over Microsoft because of the third parties, the lack of first party and relying on third party? Well, here's the situation you have when you have Wii U. When you're a cult company, you have a specific following that can be small here. That marketplace and competitive area is that you have to get the sales from somewhere. And with the Wii, you take that cult following, Blue Ocean. I did a video drowning in a blue ocean, which I named Blue Ocean Strategy. With Nintendo, there's just not enough Nintendo only fanboys who will buy Nintendo to justify these sales here. And here's another reality. If you like video games, you like Nintendo's products, you want to play other stuff also. But you remember the NES, the Super Nintendo, you remember all this stuff here. And you want to play the stuff like you had back then on it. Well, yeah, with the Wii that was actually not necessarily cult following. I mean, it wasn't just because somebody bought Nintendo, it was they hit a demographic they didn't expect. Motion controller didn't pan out. So to have Nintendo have this idea that they think they're in their own little universe, there's an issue they have here. And it's for the sake of their survival. Their investors don't like this. That's why they're releasing games on phones and stuff here. There's people that want buy Nintendo products, but also play the other games they want to do that. And that's the bulk of the consumers that buy the video games. So when you go cult thing with your own approach, your own content, and don't care about the other stuff here, you force somebody to buy two consoles. Nintendo is able to get away with some of this here in the handheld market because they're the only ones who have it. They've established themselves as such a strong brand. They're dominant. You can be a cult thing that way because you're the only one really in there. But even then, with the 3DS, if you think they were that dominant in the handheld market, that they could do things, do you think they would be on the mobile market or not? They're on the mobile market because their investors demanded it. And they came with Pokemon Go, etc. They have these strong brands. But when you have this mindset, you think you can do your own thing and not pull in the rest of the audience, run issues. And I know Nintendo doesn't want to, they don't want to spend on the hardware. They don't want to spend on the hardware. Since the N64 days, the GameCube days, well, N64 started it by going cartridge by going disc, and then the GameCube going forward, they've increasingly fallen out because they have not matched the specs of their competitors. And now you had hope with the Nintendo, with the Switch, you'd be able to get your AAA games on the go. It's a very strong value proposition. But Nintendo didn't do that. They insist on doing their own thing, thinking they're a leader, and they're not getting the content. Nintendo can't afford to do this. They can't afford to do this. They're also keeping the DS model around here, 3DS, etc. So, as a lower end price point. So by not having the stuff on the go, they don't have the one place to play everything. And that's a challenge. That's a challenge. So for those who argue, well, Microsoft doesn't get first-party support, you get the other stuff here. With Nintendo, you're getting Skyrim. And this is not a good place to be. End result was, if you go a cult company, you better hit it big, or you totally missed the market. You'd produce another Wii U. That is the reality Nintendo is facing here. If it continues to be like, thinks that they're an immune cult brand, and they have it, the marketplace ends up being too small. In this day and age, look at your mobile market, look at the handheld. People will play games wherever they're going to play, and to have it here, it's just, you need to get as many sales as you can and need to get stuff on your platform. That is the cold reality here. Or if Nintendo hits it big and they have it, what does it say for the rest of the video game industry? Just my two thoughts. I just don't think they can afford to be a cult brand. They can't afford to be a cult company with this culture everybody buys in and that's their only sales. You can't afford it today. Just my take. They have great products. Would like to use them, everything else. But just my thoughts. Feel free to share some comments below on this here. What's your thought here? I mean, do you think they continue to do this path here and go off? I don't think so, but that's my thoughts. Anyhow, I'll look to get some a little bit more structured videos here. I'm just playing around with some stuff, so anyhow, that's the latest. Maybe I'll put a streaming video up using the Internet Archives and see how that goes or something else, but okay, that's it. I'm out of here. Feel free to share your comments below, and I'm out. May or die, always roll 5, and remember, don't hate the player, change the game. Take care. Thank you for listening to my rant. Bye-bye.